Hi everybody, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here again with the Vicky Booten design team and I'm using some of the new Color Study pre-made backgrounds. I'm actually just going to take them and add a little bit of something extra to them. I'm going to start with this really pretty rainbow effect one and add just some watered down black art crayon to create some black droplets. I'm going to let that sit aside for a while to really soak into the paper. I don't want to dab this off because they will turn a little more gray and I really want to try to keep as much of the black as I can. So I'm going to set that aside, and while that dries, that gives me a really good opportunity to fussy cut a whole lot of flowers out of this really fun and vibrant pattern paper. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick out a few of each of the different colors, the light pink, the fuchsia, the orange, and a few of the purple, and those are just going to mimic some of the colors that are on that background. So I'm going to go ahead and just fussy cut a whole bunch of these. I usually do about a third of a piece of paper just so I have a lot to play with. I'm going to keep on going until I can get all those flowers fussy cut, leaving a little bit of a gap around the edge of some of them so that some of that black background peeps through a little bit. I'm also going to do some from another one of the papers in the collection, and they're just a little white, so that way it adds a little more balance to my page. So I'm just going to take my art crayon now. I'm using this green color, and I'm going to add a little bit of teal and blue to that, just to mix kind of the same kind of color here as on the background. And I'm using one of the new Color Study stencils, and I just want to add a bit of a texture using the stencil over top of that green area. I'm going to do the same thing now with the blue, adding a little bit more of like a navy color, changing up the pattern as I go. Again, just kind of adding a subtle little pattern over top of that pre-done background. You can see that the black droplets dried quite nicely. I didn't have to dab them off whatsoever. They actually look pretty cool. I love this floral stencil, so I'm going to use this over the pink. I think that just kind of goes well with the whole pink vibe. And then I'm going to choose a simple dot. I love, 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 love this new one from Color Study, and I'm sure I'll use this one a lot. And so I'm going to use the dot just to add a few little, extra texture from that stencil. All right, so now that I have my background pretty much ready, thanks to the quick work of that mixed media background, I'm going to cut down this 4x6 cards and trim it down a little bit to make this card here into two different pieces. I'm going to save that teal piece for another project, but I am going to use that larger label behind my photos. So I'm going to put my photos down here and then trim that piece off. I love it when you have it, something like this in a 4x6 or 3x4 card, because you can really make that to your liking. I'm going to trim it down a little because it's a little bit too long, and then just use that here on the side of my photo and a couple staples just to add a little extra to it. And that will kind of fill in that left side of my page. So now I know I want to have all these super pretty flowers that I've cut. I want to cut them down just into singles, not doubles like I had there. But now I'm going to organize them kind of by color onto that rainbow background. I have some foam tape, as you can see. I'm just going to add that to the outer part of the flower, not the whole entire thing, but just like a good part of it. And I'm just really placing them around kind of in that rainbow color. It's hard to see because I've covered up a lot of the pink, and there's a bit of an orange in there with the pink area, pink and the yellow that cross over. So I'm going to take advantage of that with this really fun, pretty orange flower that's on that paper. And I'm just kind of scattering these flowers around. I like these fuchsia ones, but I kind of feel right now looking at it, they don't fit into where I have them, and I will move them. But the purple obviously fits in really nicely with that blue section, so I'm going to leave those there. I am going to move around these fuchsia ones, as you can see right now. I'm going to flip a few things around. I feel like they go better with that purple than in the yellow kind of orange area, so I moved those up. And now I want to add just some of those more neutrals. I'm going to use them just to kind of fill in gaps and just to kind of make sure I don't have tons of too much color. You want to have some neutrals always when you do your project. So I'm going to add just a couple of those neutral ones in just to add a little bit of mix. And that was pretty easy. To be honest, now that I have my background done and my flowers, I don't want to add a whole lot more. I'm just trying to decide what I want my title to be. I think I'm going to put it down here on the yellow area. It's nice and bright. There's lots of room, and I love all the variety of words in this puffy stickers. So I'm going to use a few of those here just to fill in that yellow area. There's some, I love all the little hearts and dots and arrows and stuff that's in this one here. You really get a lot of stickers in a sheet like this. So I'm going to add some of those puffy stickers in the same kind of color family as that background paper, just to fill in some little gaps, nothing super major, just to fill in some of the pieces. And then I wanted to add a few stickers, so I thought I'd pull out the new sticker book, and I'm just going to again layer some more stickers here over top of the pattern paper that I have. It's almost too hard when you have so many new things to use. You want to use them all. I'm going to add in some titles though to the bottom of my photo. I love adding in just a few little pieces. I thought about some of the smaller flower stickers, but they just weren't the right size. I should have used the stamps, the stamp set, and stamped out some of the new flower that's on the stamp set, but I didn't on this one, but I'm sure I will on another page. So here's how it all kind of looks together. You can see that layering on the mixed media background that the pre-made made it really, really simple, but you can still customize it yourself by adding in the stencils and then prettying things up with your flowers. So I hope you've liked this one, a really quick video for this week, but I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.